Good morning. Welcome to the Viking Vision. Today is Wednesday, November 9th, 2022. Today is a day C and your specials will be music or art.
Today is Go to an Art Museum Day. Have you ever been to an art museum? Where would you like to go? At the end of our announcements, there will be a virtual field trip to an art museum that you can watch with your class today when you have time.
Would you rather Wednesday? To stay with our theme, would you rather go to an art museum or create art?
This is a hard one, Miss Poland.
Yeah, I don't think of myself as a creative person. Usually when I try to make things, they don't turn out the way I plan. So I think I'd rather go to an art museum.
I think I would agree with that right now, just because I haven't been to one in so long, and I do like to get to there every couple years. Our core value this month is courage. And when we think about one of my favorite stories, The Wizard of Oz, we meet the lion, and the lion is cowardly and he's afraid and he's scared of so many things. But courage doesn't mean you're not scared. Courage means you do what you need to do, even when you are scared. So Lion showed courage the whole way through that story by helping Dorothy and helping his friends and defeating the Wicked Witch. So how can you show courage today like the lion, even when you are scared to do something?
Our Mannheim Elementary guiding star expectations are: strive to do your best, take responsibility for your actions, always be safe, and respect people and property.
Make today an art-filled Wednesday, Mannheim.
Hi friends, this tour was prepared by Miss Charlotte, who is a docent at the Muskegon Museum of Art. A docent is a teacher at a museum. They can take you on tours and teach you lots of great things about the artworks on display. We are really excited that you tuned in today for a virtual tour at the Muskegon Museum of Art. On this tour, we will be exploring art from everywhere using artworks from around the world. All of these artworks are owned by the Muskegon Museum of Art, and I'm excited to share the artworks I've selected by artists who live near and far and work in different ways. The first artist we will be learning about is John Steuart Curry. John Steuart Curry was an American born on a farm in Kansas in 1897. This piece is called Tornado over Kansas, and it is an oil painting of a farm family trying to protect themselves from a coming tornado. John Steuart Curry was a part of an art movement that tried to show the American people in a realistic way. He told their stories and their history. As a young boy, John Steuart Curry was responsible for taking care of animals on his family farm. He was also encouraged to draw and paint those animals. Later, when he was an adult, he moved away from the farm, but he was able to paint his family farm from memory. A fun fact about Mr. John Steuart Curry is that he never actually saw a tornado. If you look closely at this painting, you can see that it tells a story, just like a book. You can see they are hurrying down to the storm cellar to get protection from the tornado. You can see that each member of the family is responsible for someone or something, and the dad is trying to protect all of them and the farm. Who do you think is the main character of this story? I'll give you a moment to think about it. The second artist we will be learning about is Beth Carter. Beth Carter is from Bristol in the United Kingdom on the continent of Europe. She was born in 1968. Most of Beth's artwork is drawings and sculptures, and she is inspired by mythology and magic, which is easy to see from this piece made of bronze called Minotaur Reading. This sculpture is one of our newest additions. It is a life-size Minotaur reading a golden book. A Minotaur, you may be curious to learn, is a mythical creature with the head of a bull and the body of a man. In Greek mythology, a Minotaur was considered a kind of powerful monster, but with human intelligence. The artist has portrayed her Minotaur with great strength, but also with a softness as he is reading quietly and thoughtfully from a small golden book. The artist was influenced by her father, who didn't learn to read until he was a young teenager. But once he learned to read, he read all of the time. Like her depiction of the Minotaur, her father was powerful, but also kind and protective. Like in this sculpture, art is often inspired by our family and our friends. The last artist we will learn about is Tsukioka Yoshito Yoshi in Japan on the continent of Asia. This artwork is a print made from a wood block and is called Ojo Tokiori, Standing in the Snow. It's very old, made in 1878. The artist was a master of the ukiyo-e style of woodblock printing. The Japanese were very skilled at making block prints, and these works of art were valued all over the world. In the upper right-hand column, you can see the Japanese characters. These characters say the great Japanese generals. Next to that, the characters tell the story of this general and his travels. The artist stamped his name in the bottom left corner. We can learn a lot about the Japanese people and their history and culture from their artwork. We can learn so much about the world around us and the people we share this planet with by enjoying and sharing artwork that comes from everywhere. Thank you for tuning into this tour. I hope to see you at the Muskegon Museum of Art someday.